you, what does it feel like to have led the club, your hometown club, to Wembley?
Yeah, it's obviously a massive achievement, especially when I first joined the club. One of the interviews I did was obviously, what would you like to achieve here? And it was just basically the next step of getting us promoted out of the Conference North. And obviously we managed that. We managed to win that with 91 points, and we had a fantastic season. And obviously this year was never going to be sort of a consolidation year. We was going to build and look to keep sort of the train moving. And with it being a new management, new group of players, obviously we brought some new lads in, and to obviously come together as we did. We worked really hard over pre-season, just sort of seemed smooth, and the consistency we've shown throughout the season has been incredible, and it's put us in the position that we are now. And obviously as the lad that was here last year that still plays with some of the players that was obviously in the team that was obviously featured a lot last year, just shows the obviously great credit to the lads that have just competed with the new lads that have come in this year. They've added extra quality to us, and obviously watching them through pre-season, watching them through the whole season, the amount of effort they've put in, they massively deserve this opportunity to get to Wembley and hopefully achieve the dream of reaching the Football League.
And how does Wembley make you feel, and what are your experiences and memories of Wembley?
Obviously I'm really happy memory in the fact that I went to Wembley with the gaffer now at Fleetwood, and we got promotion from League 2 to League 1. A little bit aside to that was that I wasn't in the squad that day or on the bench, so obviously hopefully this time if we go down I can maybe lead the lads out and actually feature and contribute on the pitch. But just the whole facility and being at obviously England's greatest venue, footballing venue, is something that obviously the lads should take in, especially when they get down there. Because obviously when it comes to kick-off, the only job that we've got to do is obviously get over the line. We haven't come all this way just to achieve a trip to Wembley. That's not the prize. The prize is obviously to get the promotion as well after that.
So growing up here, how much and how important did you know his football was in Salford?
Yeah, I know football really well. Obviously, even when I was a young lad playing in and around the different areas down the bottom, Littleton Road and things like that. It's a big town, Salford, and obviously there's a lot of support for the Manchester clubs as well, and we know how much everybody really comes together, especially when sports obviously at the forefront, and basically living around here, getting to know people, and now seeing them in the stands, obviously supporting you on match days. It is amazing that you get to sort of represent them as a lad, and obviously I've hoped to try and do that in the best possible light that I can. And like I say, as much as it is for us the players and the management that have worked hard on the pitch, for everybody that's been involved in Salford over the previous seasons, depending what league it's been and depending what management it's been or what players have contributed, it's for them as well, because at the end of the day they've contributed to get us to this point as well. And we'll be going obviously with all the support from Salford itself, and like I say, we hope to repay them with managing to get the trophy up on Saturday and giving them the opportunity to see this club in the Football League.
How does it make you feel to be captain of Salford? Yeah,
obviously it's a true honour to be selected in the first place to be sort of a lead figure of any group. Obviously shows that they look at your qualities that you give, not just on the pitch but off the pitch. Obviously I try to just do the best as I can on a daily basis so that others follow, because at the end of the day, whether I'm in the team that started or not, I'm still part of a group that's going to take me on the journey with them. So it's important that obviously I set the standards for myself before anything else.
And on the verge of a double promotion, how much do you think momentum has played its part in your time here?
Yeah, no, I think it has a massive part. Like I said before, we weren't looking to consolidate this year. We knew it was going to be difficult because you come up against new opposition, new grounds, and preparations can be slightly different. A lot of different travel that there was from the Conference North. A lot of southern teams that we've had to do quite a lot of miles over the season, and I just think obviously if it all comes to a light on Saturday, and we know it's not going to be easy because obviously Fylde are a tough opposition, and obviously there's 11 players from both teams going to battle it out on Saturday, and they'll fancy themselves in exactly the same light, and they've sort of come through the leagues similar to Salford with a bit of momentum, but just knowing that the club's in the right direction, you've got the right support off the pitch, we're in the hands of a great manager that's eye for detail's been obviously as it always has been. I've known him, attention to detail, every slight bit. We know we've been prepared in the right possible way. It's going to be up to the 11 players that literally step out for the kick-off to make sure they do the business and, like I say, get us that promotion.
And it's not the first time you've been in the playoffs, so how does it influence you as a player, and how important is the right preparation and mentality for this kind of game?
Obviously, yeah, you get different atmospheres because there's a few people obviously come and have a look to see at the progression of the latter stages and the excitement that the playoff sort of schedule brings. But for us, as the players and as the management, we've just treated it the same as any of the 46 league games we played this year, and the FA Cup and the FA Trophy. Obviously, they are fantastic occasions. It's a big difference playing obviously on a Wembley stadium than it would be playing on your home pitch or in one of the National League pitches. But that's all got to be shut out on the day. We'll get to experience that when we get down there and see obviously the facilities and stuff. But obviously, it's one of them that when you literally cross the white line, all that has to be shut out, and you're part of you're a small piece of a bigger jigsaw really. And as long as you do your part on the day and the other lads around you do their job, then that should be enough to carry us over the line.
And are there standout moments in the season you can draw on for inspiration?
Obviously for me, on a note, I obviously started the season and was out of the team. I think the fact that we put a 20-game run together is a fantastic achievement in the first league, in a league above. It's not easy to win games. We know it's not easy to win games. I think we ended up with 25 wins in our first season, so it's a massive achievement. So for me, just to obviously not even be on the pitch, but to watch the lads in such a consistent way for like this level is a really big achievement. And then I think if you flip the side of, I came back into the team just after the New Year as well. We had two fantastic victories against two of the obviously Leyton Orient that won the league, and obviously Wrexham that were really up there. And towards the back end, we've just ended up keeping, I think it was 7 clean sheets on the bounce, maybe 8. And obviously to be a part of that, to play every minute from then, obviously has been really satisfying for me. But just to know that we had that difficult period that was just before winter and around winter, and a lot of questions were being asked of whether we could go the full distance, and the lads came back and completely answered that, and just fell short obviously for the title. But it's one door closes, another one opens. We've still got a fantastic chance now on Saturday, which we're going to try and take.
And how important are the fans going to be?
Massive. They've been excellent all year round. They probably don't have the numbers that some of the clubs like your Wrexhams have that have been established as a Football League team from previous, and but the numbers are building. We're seeing them through the gates more and more now. They've got a core set of fans that you see obviously behind the goal. They come away games as well, and the noise that they make and they generate throughout the 90 minutes is fantastic. We've had some really good results to back up their sort of support this year and reward them with trips back from like long distances such as Dover. And they've stuck with us, like I say, through the times where we've obviously not had the best of runs and not picked up many points. And there was massive for us on Sunday, especially in the penalty shootout. Obviously, for their Eastleigh to face our crowd is obviously a little bit more pressure, and obviously you can hear the fans singing, even when they're singing your own name and stuff like that. It gives you that extra 5%, little extra push on the pitch. And like I say, it's a massive trip for the fans and for the locals round here, and we want to make it a really good day by finishing it off with the win and with the trophy, getting them back up here and then rewarding them with a chance to play in the English Football League next year.
And finally, personally to you, what would promotion mean for you?
I just said, to be honest, that it probably would fulfil probably beyond anything else I could possibly do in football now at my age, to come to a club, obviously a local club that I've followed from when I was obviously young, and being in the area and being captain and things. There's a lot of things that have sort of added up to make it extra special for me. And obviously leading the club from Conference North back to back. I think we'd be the first team to go from Conference North into the Football League, so that would be another fantastic achievement that this club will tick off. It probably would fulfil at this moment in time. So obviously I'm going to enjoy these preparations of being there, and then I'm just going to get out on that pitch and do what I've done all season, last season, and give me everything.